Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another daily audio diet. Today, it's an all access, meaning I'm going to post this for everyone to see, not just members. Now, usually the daily audio diet is available for members only, and it comes out every day to provide you some sort of information about my journeys or the music industry or something I've learned, or some material like actual cuts from the Brit Floyd concert that I went to and actual audio clips that I bring you for various unique recordings that I might have. So you might consider joining as a member for $4.99 by clicking on the join button next to the subscribe button when you access my YouTube homepage on a PC or a Mac computer. Now, today's daily audio diet is about rationalizing your record collection. And this is becoming something relevant to me now, here at my age of 68. And as I've seen it grow and grow, I've realized that, well, I'm not going to take it with me. Let's put it that way. And so by going through now and starting to rationalize, my first pass at it was to sell some records at a record show and to set up a Whatnot channel. Mine is called Vinyl Forever. That's vinyl with the number 4 ever. So if you want to follow me on Whatnot, you can. I'm going to be putting more and more material on there to sell directly in my store. I may do some auctions as well. But rationalizing really is, when you look at the word rationalize, what are the first letters? Ration. To ration, to make part of something, or to wean down, or to think about rationally, what do I really need? What do I listen to? What have I spun in the last 5 years, 10 years, or more in my case? And do I really want to have that and keep that as something taking up space? You see, as you get older, your housing needs change, and you may one day end up in a much smaller place than you were used to. And so all of this becomes part of a move process then, and that's an ugly sight. So now it's a matter of, what do I want to keep and have? So I start with duplicates, right? What are the duplicates? Only really need one. And in my case, many times with records that I really, really like, I've done shootouts on them. So I know what is the best copy that I have. It may not be the best of the best or the GOAT, but it is the best of what I have. So why do I need those 5, 6, whatever number extra copies? Well, I don't. So I can share those and sell those at a very reasonable price to people. I also have duplicates in other things, even in box sets. I mean, you see right here, the Beatles box set. I had a 2014 that I bought a few years back at a fairly high price of low 4 digits, and enjoy it very much. But why did I buy a second one? Well, I bought a second one to compare for the channel and to see what it was like to report on that. And I did a starting video for members on my daily audio diet about a week ago, and I'm going through the records now, and we'll be having some videos on that. But I don't plan to keep that. I do plan to sell that, and I do plan to sell it at what I would call, compared to Discogs, a very reasonable price, because the most any of those records is going to get played is once. And so I also like to share the VCLT or VC Love Train to other people. And I think that a lot of people do get raw deals on things and they pay too much for things, but that's the market. But I don't want to match the market. I just want to share the fact that I was able to get one. I had the finances to make the initial investment. I definitely want to recoup that investment and slightly, maybe a little more, but I don't want to make this a big marketing thing for making big bucks. That's not what I'm into this for. So rationalizing my records is going to start with the letter A, and I'm going to be going through my collection, and I'm going to be basically pulling out everything that I don't listen to with any regularity, or I want to keep because of any nostalgic reasons. There are records that I have that just mean a lot to me. May have been a gift from someone, may have been the first album that I bought. I mean, let me give you an example. Eagles' first album. I remember buying that. It was a salient moment, and even though I think the MoFi beats it, I'll probably keep it because it's a first press, and it's just I do listen to it occasionally because it's a 33. But that doesn't mean that any other copies I have, they'll be gone, as well as maybe some of the other records in that genre of Eagles, for example, that I have duplicates of. So going through this, and even on ones that I don't listen to that much, like Desperado. Don't really care for that album that much. Why have it? Because I can say that I have it? Well, I'm getting a little bit past that in my collecting days. So I think it's a matter of looking forward and asking ourselves these questions. Obviously, younger folks out there, you're building a collection, you're ramping up. I get that 1,000%. It's a whole different life's journey decision. But in my case, it's one of saying, okay, I'm not going to live forever. I mean, my trip to North Carolina that I took when I visited a friend in Nashville was because of a severe health issue of that person, and I wanted to see them while they were in at least decent condition. And so these things come at you more and more as you get older, and you recognize that, honestly, you're attending a lot more funerals than you are weddings. And so putting all things into perspective, I think it is a matter for me of getting this weaned down. And so for me, it's a matter of, can I get the stuff that I want to keep into one calyx set, whether it's a 4x5 or a 5x5 of what I have, can I get that down? Well, I've got a 3x3 of Beatles that is almost full. So I've got a lot of Beatles that I even need to rationalize. And even there, I've got a lot of duplicates. So I need to share the love on that and do that. And that'll, provide me some funding for my travels and things, because I got to tell you folks, you don't make a lot of money on these channels unless you're really huge. I mean, if I get, let's say, an average of $110 a month from YouTube, that's about what it ends up being a year, which it doesn't really cover everything you buy in most cases, including equipment or other things that you need. I had to buy a new computer for the, getting better processing capability for the channel, new camera. So these things are all part of the equation. So rationalizing a collection, I think, is important. And the other part of it is thinking about where those are going to go and the people that are going to get them, and they're going to be able to carry that legacy on. They're going to be able to take that record and know who they got it from, know how it was cared for and what the condition of it is, and really keep the hobby going. And I think that's part of what the joy of it can be, even if you have to let go some. And letting go isn't always easy. And I really have some soft spots for some of these records. And those are the ones that, have a meaning to me. And that's rational to me that I might keep some of those. But when it comes down to it and I look at the letters, I don't spin most of the records in each letter category when you start to look at it. And so I want to be very, conscious of the fact that this isn't an easy thing to do. But at the same time, I think it's a necessary thing to do. I mean, if something happens to me and God forbid I die unexpectedly, and then I'm left with, well, somebody else has got to deal with this problem. So it's a lot of these thoughts that go on. And so I just want to share that with everybody who watches my channel and let you know that I'll be communicating to you how I will be letting go of some items in my collection. And any of you maybe that have a special desire or need for anything you've seen on the channel or otherwise, put it in the comments. Let me know. Maybe as a channel subscriber or a person who's watched the channel, we can connect. And, that's what I want to do. I want to make this something that adds value for others, as well as brings me to more peace, I guess, as I would say, within my own collection. So thanks for watching today. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please click on the bell below. And of course, if you want to become a member there, I would really appreciate it. $4.99 a month. Lots of extra content and more coming. A like or thumbs up is appreciated. And as I said, your comments, anything you might be looking for that I may have, or thoughts on this whole idea of rationalizing your collection. So for now, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time on the Safe and Sound Texas Audio Excursion. Take care, everybody.